Good morning. This is Sean Montague, owner and founder of Ethnicitees LLC Cultural Marketplace, located at the Bowie Town Center, 15525 Emerald Way, Bowie, Maryland, in beautiful Prince George's County. So, as you can see, we're continuing with the progress of carving out one of Ethnicity's latest designs, that of legendary jazz singer Nina Simone. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Ethnicities, the company started 27 years ago, at the time when I was teaching in Baltimore City Public Schools, teaching art, in fact. And one of my students during Black History had a Black History art competition, assigning students to basically make Black History posters of their favorite Black hero or shero who contributed to African American culture. And when the student mentioned to me that he only knew Dr. King and Malcolm X and knew no other one of Black historical significance, it was disturbing to me, and I wanted to remedy that. And so the idea was to create a legacy brand, actually a apparel brand that not only would provide an image but also taught history, taught a lesson. And so we pioneered the idea of biographical apparel, with the history detailed on the back of the shirt of each person that I designed on the front. And the medium that I've long since been using and loved since my days as a student at the Maryland Institute College of Art, accepted MICA grad, 1992 graduate of MICA, is that of the beautiful art form of relief block printmaking, made popularized and founded in Japan. And so basically you are carving an image out of linoleum and you're cutting the design out backwards. So you're starting off with your drawing. The drawing has to be reversed. So now on a light table you retrace your lines backwards on the drafting paper. The drawing then transferred backwards onto the block using carbon paper, which allows for the transference of the design. And then, once your drawing is now transferred backwards, the fun stage part is carving it out. And so we're working around removing the negative space out of Sister Simone's afro. And here we go. We hope everyone has had a great weekend, a great Thanksgiving holiday, and are looking forward under the limited circumstances to Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, because of the COVID crisis that we're all going through, with limiting gatherings and not being able to celebrate in full, seeing and experiencing the holidays with your family. So, our design is taking shape, literally. So everything, all these shavings, again, the negative space on the design. What I'm cutting away, the beauty also of this medium, is that every print that I make, every hand pulled print is a hand pulled original piece of artwork. No two prints come out the same. There's little variations, little differences between each one. And so what remains uncarved will print in your design when you ink the plate. Your hand ink of the plate. I mean, you can use a press to press and produce your prints, but something about the hand, direct hand printing, to me is more fulfilling, let's just say. It's a very time-consuming medium. Typically, depending on the amount of detail and the size of the design, it can take me generally 3 to 6 weeks or so between the drawing, the transference, and the carving of the detail and the printmaking output to produce the designs that go into Ethnicities. In our jazz series, once Nina is completed, she will be the 5th legendary jazz figure that we have in our line, joining the likes of Lady Day, Billie Holiday. The first figure, Yubi Blake, is the first jazz figure that we had in the line. Baltimore, another Baltimore history and heritage figure. We have Ella Fitzgerald and another Baltimore jazz legend, Chic Webb. So Nina has been highly requested, and we're very excited to add her to the lineup. So, shavings, if you will, the remnants of what I've carved away from the linoleum block surface. So now, turn my design this way. Got one part of the sister's afro carved out. Now we use different tools to create different effects. So you saw this blade has a flatter cutting surface to remove basically background. And so now for more precise detailing, I have like a more rounded scoop blade that will enable me to do a little more fine-tuned carving, carefully carving around the outline of one of in our collage design. We have Nina sitting at the piano, playing along with a giant image of her in the background looking on. So right now I'm carefully cutting around the fro. She will also, in the backdrop, will also have her sitting against piano keys, of course. She was a famed jazz pianist, along with being a singer. Carefully, I have a sheet of cardboard wedged on top of this. Is my light table. The light table was used for me to reverse my drawing. The cardboard is sitting on top just to prevent any accidents. You know, you don't want a slip of the blade and scratch your glass. Of course, you also have to be careful keeping your hands away from the dangerous cutting blade surface, because I have gouged my hand many times. From the early days of doing this back in 89 is when I first learned this, when I was attending MICA, and all the way up to recently. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Sometimes get into the carving, and you just have to be careful because accidents can happen. So this is one of the black keys right here of the piano, backdrop piano. So I'm basically outlining that key, or the edge of that key, because I don't want to cut that away. What I want to do is remove everything between what I've outlined here. So this right here, this wedge, is my negative space in my design. So, and once that's carved away, you'll see the left side of Nina Simone's afro outline. Once again, I go with one of my flat cutting tools, and start here. I'm going to start carefully removing what I don't wish to remain on the design. And the thing is, you want to leave, part of the beauty of the medium is accidental lines and unexpected line quality. So some things you don't want to remove everything, because little remainder lines adds to the beauty of the design. So So cutting also involves different pressure. You got to be careful too, not to put too much pressure in cutting on this block because, and this happened before, you can accidentally cut through the block. It's sitting basically as linoleum mounted or infused on burlap, like a burlap surface. So you can accidentally, if you cut too deep, you can cut into that, and it compromises your design. Over time, your linoleum block can crack or even break off if you gouge too deep. Pieces of it can break off.
We didn't note any signs of external trauma to Mr. McKinney.
With typical single mill apartment, not fully furnished, but there was nothing that showed any kind of disturbance.
And just like the first three murders, it appears the killer took McKinney's wallet and other belongings. We discovered that his car was missing. It wasn't until later that we also discovered his homelessness. We did a full search of the bedroom, took fiber lifts, fingerprint lifts, and collected items that we thought would be important. And we discovered a few latent fingerprints. There's also one more thing that links McKinney's death to the three other killings.
One of the things that we noticed was the burners in the stove were left on.
It became extremely apparent.
All right.
The same person was.
And we're moving along here.
Almost as soon as they begin their investigation, detectives get a strange call from McKinney's aunt.
He called 3 times. He said he was a friend of my nephew, Dennis.
Mr. McKinney's aunt was receiving phone calls from an individual that was telling her that Mr. McKinney would not be back.
Saying that they were going out of the country, they were going out of state, and the aunt felt very suspicious about that, and calls this person calling.
Did he give his name? He had a strange name.
Okay. So
He called us
this is the latest in our progress, and we're going to continue on and update you throughout the weekend as far as the design. So, on behalf of Ethnicities LLC Cultural Marketplace, this is Sean Ramon Montague signing off. Thank you so much, and we appreciate your support. You can find Ethnicities online at www.ethniciteesllc.org, and come visit us at Ethnicities LLC Cultural Marketplace at the Bowie Town Center, Prince George's County, 15525 Emerald Way, Bowie, Maryland 20716. Actually, this is where we're carving the design out right now. You can come see me in action doing this at the store. Please shop at our store or online. And we also have our wonderful comic book store, Comic, Cosmic Collectors and Games, inside of the Ethnicities retail space. 3,792 square footage of space. We hope to see you soon. Please be safe, and happy holidays to each and every one of you. Thank you.